Hi everyone, I'm Mike.
And my name's Carl, and this is another episode of It's a Corepunk Podcast. And
Yeah.
yeah, we're a bit late on the mark for this one. We've had a busy weekend. Some new news has come out on Friday regarding a delay. I'm sure everyone's aware if you're watching this video. So we
Yep.
just thought we'd chat about it and then have a look at the footage, do a bit of a dive. But seeing as we are now
There is
not
a lot.
yeah, there's a lot to go
There's a lot.
into, and there's no rush, as we've been made aware, to get into all of it in one episode, because the beta's not coming for a while now, is it? So
No.
yeah,
Yeah. So the news on Friday was, unfortunately, another delay. They haven't met the milestone of beta for December,
yeah,
and the very brief. Obviously, we'll watch the video, but the synopsis is they weren't ready to hit beta. It was in late stage of alpha. Bear with us. Game looks good otherwise, but we
yeah.
just need a bit more patience. Is kind of the key note.
I didn't see it coming. Like a
didn't.
lot of people say, like they're like, oh yeah, the writing was on the wall. They did this last time, but I didn't see it coming. They've been more vocal in
Well,
this last month running up to this announcement than they have for months. You know what I mean? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
at least in my memory, and it was all set for us because we put out last week's podcast,
Oh, how it's
and I was like
aged.
80-90% I was up to, and we were
Yeah.
feeling good. It was Christmas time, and then when it was like, oh, we got some news coming tomorrow, and I was just like, oh my god.
Well,
But
we were at work, weren't we? We were buzzing at work talking because we had our Christmas
oh,
party on the Friday when they said the news is coming out that day. And yeah, we were just talking about it, just so excited, thinking, oh, we're going to be at work when it comes out and blah, blah. And then, yeah, it dropped. But it's not
it
all
dropped.
bad. It's upsetting, but it's fine. Like, yeah, there's enough of an explanation in this video to make you feel okay with it, positive about
It
it.
makes
Just,
sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Not,
There's no oh, we're delaying it. See you in a bit. It's like, hey, we're delaying it, and here's why, and
yeah,
here's the things we're
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
facing. And it's not just what we are facing; it's what they have faced up until this point, which I think is very important because, like you say, they have been very vocal, but we didn't quite. Other than the videos that we've seen, we don't know what state the game's in, and
No.
they do answer a lot of questions in the video.
Yeah. And do you want me to pull up the footage now? Should we get straight into it? Do you want to talk?
Yeah,
Is there anything?
let's get into it. I think, like I say, it is frustrating. I no, I don't even think I'd use the word frustrating because I was frustrated when I saw the title, then I watched the video, and then
Yeah.
I felt okay, and you know,
It's only frustrating because we're just so excited to play the game. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
not like you're
but
not angry with the developers. You just sort of, you know
not
what I mean?
at
Not
all.
frustrated with them. It's just sort of like, oh, what a shame. Like, but we get it. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, that's a shame we're not playing it this week or next week or.
Yeah, and I think it's
Um,
only because I want to book my annual leave next year,
yeah,
and
I just want to make sure I'm off work so I can play this
yeah,
game.
pretty much selfish of me.
Fully. So yeah, we could like. Should we just get straight into it now? Do you
Yeah,
watch it from the
let's go.
beginning? Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's pull this back.
Hello, everyone. We wanted to update you on our progress.
Right. Already pausing it.
Right.
Werewolf on the projector in the background. Is
Correct.
everyone seeing that? Have we discussed it?
Playable character.
Playable character? Yeah.
No.
Do you reckon that's
Could you
part of
imagine?
like the shaman role though? You know, you're saying that because they can change, can't they, shamans?
Well, they summon a spirit wolf.
So, oh
Now,
no, sorry, not the shaman. Am I on? What was your character that you
Druid.
want to play? Druid.
Maybe. Now, but you do say that, and now that's already leading me on to the one right behind him, which looks more like a wolf.
Oh, yeah, over there. I see
So
it.
whether it's a transformative state, like
Yeah,
wolf into werewolf.
yeah, possibly. Yeah. Nice little lichen though, isn't it? Obviously.
Mm,
But yeah, there we
it's
go.
but
Next one.
yeah, next
Carry
one.
on.
We're behind our schedule, but at this point, we want to share much more content with you and have game in a more
A lot in this screen to go over already. What is that little? Is that a spaceship or something underneath her character model? You know what I mean? On the floor there, there's like this ruin.
Well, it says if you read the text, speak to the goblin in the
It,
exoskeleton.
right.
Okay,
So go on.
conspiracies is coming.
Conspiracies.
We've seen in the video,
Yeah.
a previous video, about the character being in space, and we were like, does that just mean placeholder? Does that mean whatever? And then we got the character customer creation video,
Yeah.
which had that big crashed, or it looked like a crashed satellite of some sort.
Yeah. Yeah. Some
It's in alpha, so
extraterrestrial
it's the
thing.
beginning of the game. We
Yeah.
don't know what the gloopy stuff is. It could. Yeah.
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 Could be.
Yeah.
And it's the
There's a
first look
lot.
at sort of a android suit skin. You know, we're
Yeah.
looking at. We said that there's going to be a full body cosmetic that you can apply, and
Yeah.
obviously this is the ranger, champion ranger, who's got a robotic skin cosmetic over
Yeah.
the top.
Because as we know from the champion class, is that they all, at least in appearance, seem human.
Yeah. Yeah.
From the other stuff. So this is an actual change of skin. And looking into the slot, third one down on the right, is that looks like an android skin that you
Yeah.
clicked
Yeah.
and dragged into.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So exactly right. Yeah. So that is the cosmetic that you can just change. So how many of those you can have in your sort of inventory? I guess where would you keep them when you're not wearing it? In a chest
Well,
somewhere? What like?
that's a good question, actually. Is that going to be, because going off that logic, and obviously we don't see it in the inventory there, at least I don't feel like we do.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe.
you would click it, like equip it. So then would the default one come off, or would it just always go back to default if there was nothing in that slot?
Yeah, I've tried to skip through, but yeah, there's nothing in there at the
There's
moment.
nothing, yeah.
So maybe that's like a special item then, though. You could just apply elsewhere.
Yeah,
Well,
you might have it as like a not an inventory thing. Like you click
yeah,
on where the Android is there, and
and
it
it
gives you a list of
opens
your
up.
unlocked ones, or
Yeah, you
here's the one in
purchased.
the store. That'd be a clever little thing to do.
I'm telling you now, my card will be linked to the account. If they have some nice cosmetics to buy, I'll be like that. Bang, purchase all the time.
But you've got to work hard between now and the game
Yeah,
release.
yeah,
So
that's
we've
it.
got money to go, oh, this skin is really nice.
I want it.
I want it. Oh, I've made a new character. That's a really nice new skin.
Yeah,
Buy. Oh, your ghost wolf can be something else. Buy.
yeah. I wonder if we talked about this last episode, but if they do that where you can have sort of your summoned wolves with different skins, it's going to be so nice because this is such a nice way. Instantly, this ranger looks unlike anything we've seen for a ranger so far, and
Yeah.
sets it apart instantly. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? What a unique character look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's
and
awesome.
it definitely has. You can see that purple, which we have seen from the other armor, just by the, I guess, where the skirt would be. Oh,
Yeah,
that's the bow. That's
yeah,
why.
that's the bow.
Now I've
Sorry,
seen
yeah,
it. So the bow is still something we've already seen, so we know, like,
yeah. I wonder if they get any skins for bows or if it is just different bows. It'll be just different bows, won't it? Clearly, obviously.
I wonder if they will do a transmog system in the sense of you can have bows, but then you can put skins you like on ones that you previously unlocked. So say you picked up a green bow that had a nice skin,
Yeah,
and then you got your legendary. It'd be nice if there was a way to transmogrify the current weapon's appearance to something you've unlocked before.
yeah.
Um,
Another notice is like obviously you've got your character in the bottom left with your stat icons underneath them. Looks really nice seeing them again. I do really like this new interface. It looks like they've it's updated interface from what we originally seen in the game trailer, but it's not too far away from it. And I'm glad that now we're seeing another video and it is the same thing as we saw last time, from the PvE video, sorry. So I'm glad that they've settled on this being the look of the UI. It's really nice.
Yeah. And it's interesting to point out that the avatar there has the same armor as what is actually equipped. It's not like your...
Yeah, it's not like the default. It'll change as you change.
Generic. Yeah.
And I guess it's a really nice touch, so you can still see, because obviously it's top down. This is where you get to see your character wearing the nice armor constantly that you've got on. You know what I mean? It's just like a little. Oh, remember, this is how you look to the characters in game. So say, bottom right, we've got ping and FPS, which, skipping through the video, I didn't see under 60, I don't believe. And this is a 4K video. So if they're going 4K or over 60 FPS, winning. We're winning. Telling you.
Carl will be loving it.
Smooth, Michael. Smooth.
Smooth as butter. Yeah, very good.
Anything else? Your quest in the top right. I like the little quest symbol there as well. The little sort of it looks like an iPad or something with an exclamation mark in the top right corner where it says quest. It's just a nice little overlay.
Yeah. Like a little tablet or something.
Yeah, nice little touch.
Which would make sense. Corepunk is there's technology in the world, as we know.
Exactly.
You're not pulling out a ye old parchment scroll.
Exactly, yeah.
Where am I going kind of thing.
Yeah, it's nice little touch. A lot of this is really nice. The colour palette as well of the scene behind. Well, look at it to our background at the moment. It's those purples and pinks. It's lovely.
It looks like we're in it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, are we in the world right now? Yeah.
We are.
We're in Corepunk.
Surprised we played the beta. Shh.
Right. Shh. Don't tell anyone. Right, let's go.
Polished state. But still, we made significant progress over the last 4 months, and also faced new challenges. The part of the game that we wanted to show you is still in late alpha stage. And
slow this right down a second, don't we? Just bring it back there a sec. So,
I want to point out the term significant progress here. Because that is... You don't say you've made significant progress if you haven't. You just say progress, or a bit of progress, or a fair amount. Like, significant does, in my head at least, say that they have actually properly, whilst they said they were going a bit quiet, they have properly pushed it in the right direction.
Yeah. Do you feel like do you want me to play this video through at least once so we can just get his spiel and then do this deep dive?
Yeah.
It's up to you. Yeah. Do you want me to bring it back and we'll just listen to what he has to say? Old Eugene. Because we jumped ahead. I'm just excited to look over the nitty gritty, Mike. I'll be honest. I'm sorry.
I know. I get it. I get it. We all do.
Look, we're only 22 seconds in. Right, so let's bring it back.
Right. And action.
Oh, perfect. Wow.
Hello, everyone. We wanted to update you on our progress. We're behind our schedule, but at this point we want to share much more content with you and have game in a more polished state. But still, we made significant progress over the last 4 months, and also faced new challenges. The part of the game that we wanted to show you is still in late alpha stage and needs more work to be considered a beta. Realistically, we'll not polish it this year, but all the core systems are almost there, and our milestone for December is to run performance tests on the actual infrastructure that will be running beta later, with all the systems working together. Catch all the major netcode bugs, find bottlenecks, and test client performance on a wider spectrum of configurations. We'll bring in friends, family, bots, and external QA teams and post an update on how it went. Next, we'll be polishing the game till the end of winter, and we'll share an update on our progress in early spring, as well as expected beta dates, which would be around mid to late spring. You're probably disappointed to wait a few more months, and that's reasonable. But we think that's the only right way to go for the quality of the game, for our community and the team. Artificial Core is not a studio with excess of resources. We've been funding development for many years now. Every month of delay is hard on us too, to our morale and also from a business perspective. But we believe in what we do and our vision and purpose. It's not the first time that we ask you to have patience with us and wait a bit more, but Corepunk is shaping up to be a great game. We don't want to mess it up near the finish line and make a lot of mistakes with hasty moves. We think you're gonna appreciate the result when it's actually ready. The new website and the forum were ready almost 3 months ago. Then we collaborated with security firms to do white hat hacking and penetration testing on our infrastructure. We got the report on the issues they found, but because we didn't want to lock our content and game design teams, we decided to focus developers on the game and do security fixes closer to actual tests. So the site's release is on hold only due to its priority level. Meanwhile, we've been adding front-end animations here and there. We'll release it early next year when we improve security up to international standards. During the first year after the announcement, we were more forthcoming communicating with you on a regular basis. We did more news posts, videos, and appeared on Discord and forums more often to just talk to you. And we enjoyed it. We had a really good time and would definitely love to come back to that. This year it's different, but not because we don't want to. We had to become very rational about how we manage our resources and focus all of our energy on delivering a great gameplay experience sooner. After the beta, it will be much easier for us. We'll streamline development and it will take much less effort to prepare content to talk about, as well as less stress due to missed milestones.
Thank you for your support. A huge part of our energy comes from our community. Every cheerful post on YouTube, every heated discussion on Discord, insightful post on forum, or you finding time to watch this, it all means a lot to us. It means that you care and what we do matters. We're working on it.
Awesome.
They are working on it.
They are working on it.
Important thing.
Yeah.
So
So it just highlighted something we skipped over when I was rewatching this bit here, showing how much that fog of war does show and miss. Like right now, I would have thought you'd already seen this area, but if you watch carefully, I don't know if I can skip it as enough as I can. There we go. So it highlights these people coming in a second. Let's see. So if you look there, bang, look, those people, they show and disappear.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah. Yeah, so it won't be a permanent uncovering.
Yeah.
It'll be, you'll probably uncover the map so you know what is there, so you'll know it's a road or you'll know it's a building.
Yeah.
But you won't know what is there.
People are in there.
Yeah,
Right.
enemies and stuff.
But it looks further on like the big cities have no fog of war in. You know what I mean?
Probably not, because I guess they're like safe bastions, aren't they? So
Yeah.
it wouldn't.
You don't need to. Yeah.
Need it. So, and also it will, I guess, make the sense of adventuring and also the sense of being in town two very different things. If you are permanently shrouded in fog of war, like, yeah, cities can feel like that sometimes, but you also want to feel like you can kind of, all right,
let your hair down. Yeah.
And then when you go out, it suddenly goes, and then you suddenly like,
yeah.
especially
Very
if you're
nice,
playing
though.
Infiltrator. I've clocked you now, man.
That's it. That's it. So we went over this part just then. Right, anything to look here? Another character, another champion. It looks like.
Yeah.
But still looking very different now. Again.
Yeah. Yeah. Same quest. Speak to the goblin.
Different starting area, maybe. It's in a forest, but it's not that sort of colouring that we saw then.
But there are day and night cycles. That was
so possibly we saw one at night.
And weather. So
yeah.
That's the class icon.
Yeah, that's the champion class icon.
Yeah, to get the pips. Is that
Here we go.
That looks like a named
Yaga.
enemy.
Yeah.
I feel like
boss,
that's
possibly.
not just a mob. Yeah.
Yeah. We notice here that if you look at the visual effects from the enemy to the hero aren't there. So obviously this is just like they said, it's still out.
Maybe that's one of the add-ons. It's like comic book style, visual effects.
Oh,
Kapow!
hey, could you imagine? That'd be pretty cool, to be honest.
It's definitely not, but yeah.
No, but it's cool. Oh, I didn't even notice. Look at your champion in the bottom left with that helmet on. Looks well
Yeah.
cool.
It's a similar. It's the shoulders look similar to the previous one, but just with the
Yeah.
yeah.
And that little hobbit hole in the background there just looks so nice.
Oh yeah, like there's never been, and I think we talked about it in previous episodes. There's never been one of the areas we've seen. Midland, we've probably not seen that much of them. Where I've gone,
This don't look all right. This looks.
there's always something where I'm like, if it's not spooky, it's amazing, and like
Yeah.
the vibe is
Yeah.
just proper. Yeah,
Yeah,
could be her
so
hut,
nice.
you know, witch's
Yeah.
hut.
Um,
But yeah,
I like
It's-
this clip. I like seeing everything break down in a second, and as you're collecting those materials.
yeah.
And
This
I
is
like-
obviously a copper node of.
yeah, and I like
Results.
how well these nodes fit into the environment. They're not like sometimes in games if something's breakable, it'll have that a shade lighter, and it just doesn't fit
Yeah.
to the world.
Yeah.
Where this does, and you've just seeing that little metallic bit onto the stone to show that it's obviously a copper node,
Yeah, well, that's
something
got
like that.
some.
Like
Some
it's got
material in
something.
it,
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. So
yeah,
now we've got
that
the
looks like a
city.
town. No fog of war.
Yeah,
like you
no
were
fog of
saying.
war. Yeah, you can see the characters in the top left there.
Yeah.
Same champion we're with at the moment with that helmet on.
Yeah.
Cyber Gladiator. We see the text there in the chat box.
Yeah. Times 3,
3,
times 4.
Same mission. Can't see anything else here other than just sort of general goods, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just showing the. It's showing the world.
Showing the
isn't
city,
it?
showing the world. Yeah. Same
Hobbit
here, more
holes
hobbit
back.
holes.
Yeah.
Anything coming here?
No, this code. I don't understand code. I'm sure there's
No.
probably something important.
Yeah, some secret
Um,
message within the code.
Maybe. Interesting points it does talk about at this point is, like I said, it mentions the late alpha stage, and it mentions this bit here where they're going to be going into a performance test
Yeah.
because they feel like they've got the core fundamentals of the game down now.
Yeah.
We're getting into the actual testing of it,
Yeah.
and they mentioned like the performance test, and this is obviously a stress test to see how many things you can have on the screen without it dying on its arse.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And they talk about they're getting external Q&A testers, friends and family. So
Are we friends?
are we friends?
Hey,
I'm
are we
free.
friends? I'm friends with you.
I'm friends with you as well. So
if we're friends, maybe we get in, possibly.
it'd be interesting though to see what, like, they obviously feel confident to some extent to say that they're doing that.
Yeah.
Because, okay, beta's not coming, but something. They're still
playing
doing
it.
something.
People are getting tested, so it's in a testing phase for outside of the company to come in.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to note that there's some sort of dragon there, which looks well cool.
Oh yeah, called
Um,
something Osor.
Yeah, something like that.
Brachiosaur,
A lot of
Brachiosaur.
occultists here.
Well, it should also point out when it was on the initial one, and I think his gear score is there. Is like it was 9999, like
top
invincible kind of thing.
Yeah.
So this is probably just them. If he can't get hurt by him, also just point here. The amount of variety of Corepunk colour
T-shirts. Yeah,
we have
you've got
like
that.
this nice salmon. There was a white with the red logo. There's a guy there with a nice blue and white.
Yeah, the merch shop.
The merch store.
Yeah, bring it to the store. We'll buy it all. Make sure
Yeah.
shipping to the UK isn't too much, please. That'd be great.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Agreed. But yeah, there's I mean, the other thing I'll touch upon, if
Go
I'm
on.
honest, is
Yeah, go on.
I mean, obviously, I know they're being filmed, so there's an element of not quite being organic, but it looks like a good place.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like a work environment seems quite. It doesn't seem overly filled with stuff. Like everywhere seems to have a place,
Oh, you
and
what you
like
mean
I say,
the
the
actual
actual
offices?
workspace itself, yeah.
Yeah, let me
And I
pull that
wouldn't,
back a bit.
yeah, because they
Yeah.
talk about how they aren't as big as these crazy companies. They have limited resources, but
Yeah.
everyone seems to have their own space. It doesn't seem particularly cramped. Like,
Yeah.
and I know, like I say, they know they're being filmed, so there's going to be that loss of. But I don't feel like they're
Yeah.
fabricating stuff.
No.
They do seem to be having genuine, interesting conversations. It's not, oh, can we just film that again so it looks like you're
No.
talking to that person?
Yeah,
It looks like they're actually just working,
just talk
which
about
is,
something. Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
this is an interesting screen. What is that light orb? And there's a guy over there to the top left as well.
yeah,
Is this like some
yes.
sort of recharge manor
I
or
think
out
it's
in the
the
world?
gloopy stuff.
Yeah.
I
Because
think that's unfiltered, unbound energy, which
unbound
we
energy.
then get into our weapons and bows.
Because you may look at that and think it's like a fast travel point, but they've already confirmed that there are no fast travel points. There's systems in place that you can travel to different areas without needing to walk there, but there is no fast travel like teleportation
Mm.
system.
There is a
Um,
bike there,
yeah,
interestingly.
yeah, which will be a cool mount.
And it's got its headlights still on. And again, we talked about this last time. The reflections
Oh
and
yeah, what a lovely
it's
touch! I didn't even notice that little light
yeah,
coming from the bike.
it's just hit. Obviously, the road isn't quite, so it does
Could you
spread
imagine if you
properly.
could detach from your mount and it stayed in the world?
I think it might. I wonder if it's similar because in my head, I was thinking like Albion-esque, where it has a circle before it
Oh
disappears,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
you can jump off and like
Have a look around and you don't have to
have a look
summon it
around, hop back
instantly.
on. But
Yeah,
yeah, maybe we'll see. Um,
carry on.
Same, go go go. This
Someone
was
put a gif,
interesting.
yeah, gif of that
It was
in.
a Lumio. A Lumio
Yeah, was
just
it?
put it in and was like, "Hey, look at this!" And I've never been so excited by a peer in my life.
Yeah, let me
The
pull that
fact that it
back.
was just like, did. I was like, "Oh yeah, smooth."
Yeah, so if you watch the pier in a second, you'll see it, yeah, sway with
Weight
the weight of the character
distribution.
over it. Look at that, and it's those little touches that are going to make this world sort of feel real.
Yeah,
I mean, once you've done all the content and you're just sort of living in Corepunk, you'll be. It's those little things that'll keep you like, oh,
it
this is a nice
makes
place
it
to
a
be.
nice place to be. Exactly that.
Yeah,
Exactly that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and because we spent many hours did we spend in GTA 5 when that first come out? Just not doing anything, but other than just sort of like looking at the design of the map and just
One thing
commenting
I
on how
always
things. Yeah, go on.
I was just going to say the one thing I always love about games like this, and I've done it with Guild Wars, we did it with GTA, is like someone has made these things,
Yeah. Oh,
and so often they get brushed aside because the world doesn't feel like you want to explore it. Whenever I see a screenshot of Corepunk or a video or anything like that, like I feel like things have been placed because it serves a purpose. Like the way the town stalls were laid out, it serves a purpose.
yeah,
Like it creates a thing, so you kind of want to go into the corners and go, "What's there?" And like you see, like the bike is laid over. You see here, you're looking. We know it's a crypt of some sort,
yeah,
but like I want to, I don't just want to run past it to get to my quest.
yeah,
If that
yeah.
makes
No,
sense.
yeah. You want
It's
to
not a
explore it.
placeholder.
It's
Yeah.
inviting. It's just sort of like it's in very environmental storytelling. Like
Yes.
it's
Yeah,
those little
definitely.
bits that'll just they'll be hidden away. So when you are done with the content that is sort of dripped to you and fed to you, you you can make up your own stories. Like you can go figure stuff out. There'll be little. I imagine there'll be tons of books that like you get in RPGs that'll tell little stories of adventurers and heroes who have been out and quested. Yeah,
100%. And I do feel like a lot of games do try and just get you from A to B. And because this of how this game's going to be built, where it is open world to a point, and like there's the adventure is yours. They have obviously realized that that is important to a player, but then they also need to make the journey. Like I don't want to just like say they could just be coming around that corner to kill the lady there in the top left. I think
yeah,
it's the lady, whatever the creature is. And then you just kind of go, cool, done that, disappear. But now I'm already looking in the bottom left of the corner and I can see the stairs. And I can also see in the top right, there's some candles that look like they go through like a window. Can I get round there? Like,
yeah, yeah,
that's how I'm playing it. And I don't, it takes a very good game to make you want to do that as
yeah.
opposed to just going in.
They've obviously
Alright.
thought about that as well. Like there must be so much within this map because they've taken away, like we just said, the fast travel system because they want you to walk through their world. They want they want you to make the travel from A to B. But
Yeah.
as we saw with sort of Witcher 3, every 30 seconds in that game there is something interesting. Like that's how they did it when I saw a documentary from NoClip when developing that game. That was in every so many seconds they wanted to have something to keep you interested whilst you're traveling from
Yeah.
A to B. And I feel like Corepunk will be in that similar vein.
And again, these people, they're a small team. The bits they are putting in, they are not putting in just for the fun of it. There is a purpose to it. And it is so often we can actually, as consumers, really quite brush over these things.
Yeah,
Like, you kind of just go, quick, I want to get the next gear. Like, you don't even care what the quest is. Like,
yeah,
World of Warcraft's a brilliant example. It's like, kill 10 boars, and you're like, cool. You're not looking, going, oh, wow, that boar.
yeah,
There's none of
yeah.
that. And in this, and I've not even played it, I'm just like, what? What's
Yeah,
going on?
it's just it's so interesting. Let's crack it on. See
Yeah.
what else we've got. Bomber.
Is that a
Welcome.
bomber? Oh, it
Yeah,
is. Yeah, he's got the infiltrator knife, hasn't he?
yeah, and I think this is obviously once you've created your character and you load up the game next time, this is where you enter the world. You know what I mean? You've got your characters there on the right, and then you enter the
Mhm.
world. I think this is because obviously this is a different screen to the one we saw in the character
Yes, it's where
customization.
you've logged
It's where
out
you are logged
potentially.
out,
Yeah,
yeah, where you
yeah.
might
That
call
would make
home.
sense. Like he's in a city, you've logged out. So when you're flicking through your characters,
Yeah, you know where you
yeah,
are. But what a cool take! Just top off, pants on, let's go.
drastically different again.
Yeah,
And that
no
could easily
mask.
be a
You know what I mean? No mask on the.
cosmetic skin or
Yeah,
a choice of
yeah.
not wearing stuff.
But it's just cool because we know that armor doesn't change stats, does it?
It doesn't
So
change out,
you
yeah.
don't
So
you
like you
can
can
just
just
be well hard without any armor on.
now that is quite an interesting concept because having like a berserker or something who's
He's
just
just
in his
top off, covered in
underpants.
tattoos. Just
Ah!
yeah, well good.
Yeah,
Let's
it
carry
does
on.
look.
Yeah. More champions. A lot of champion stuff in this.
I feel like that's probably where they focused.
I don't know what all that screen is there. I'll be honest.
Well, they do talk about getting the bugs and the netcode sorted. Now,
So is that what we're seeing on those
I don't know
screens
if that
there?
was maybe that something there, or if it was also maybe there is a way to that's like frame by frame, so that's why it looks so blurry.
Yeah, do you reckon that's like where it's showing the hitbox radius and stuff? Let me try and find it. Sorry.
Yeah, so like the sword swing, you can
Here
see
we
where
go.
it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
because it could be things like pathing for the enemies. Like you can see there are like there actually are triangles within
Mm.
it, so whether it is
If someone does know what all this is, please comment below because I'd like to
yeah,
know what it
because
is.
it
It'd be
could be
cool.
like as well because you see in the bits that like the top left, so like just up here.
Yeah.
it might be like where you can and can't see. That could be like vision radius. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't,
a
but it's interesting that that is a thing. Again, we're not game developers, so like seeing this stuff,
yeah,
like this could just be that could have been just to see where those spells land, and that actually shows where the
yeah,
hitboxes are or anything. But yeah, if you do know, let us know. And then talk about the website, which has
yeah.
got these
It
things
looks
here.
great from these bits. There's not too much to
Well,
show. Just
no, but they talked about the security. They've had people coming in to test their
yeah,
security levels and how the priority has changed because actually they need to focus on the game and development side. They said they had to not drag the teams out to do that. Yeah, and I
yeah. I
think
think
it
that's
kind
sort
of
of
then
it for this.
culminates into it, doesn't it? Of basically, you know,
Yeah,
and the big words at the end were we're working on it, and I think that it's true, and I think it is important. Like it is nice that they're giving a nod to the creators.
in there.
Um, it will be interesting to see how many people now who are currently making content
Yeah,
continue to because they know it's
it's gonna be a
not
while.
anytime soon.
Yeah,
Um, that would be interesting.
yeah.
But like we've said, like we're on no uncertain terms. We're going to be continuing doing whatever we can, content
Business
wise.
as usual, they say around
Business
these
as
parts.
usual, exactly.
Yeah,
Um, and like I feel kind of positive about that because, like you said just a bit ago, the amount of content they are putting out comparatively to 6 7 months ago, I feel
yeah,
like we're probably on a trajectory now where it's going to
yeah.
keep
You feel like
coming to
more
where it
things are
is.
gonna start coming. Let's
Yeah,
bring it back to it because I feel like we've gone over enough there for
yeah.
this episode.
So
And there will be further deep dives now. I think what we'll do is we'll go over that a bit more meticulously. Um,
I think
see if there's anything
probably
else
get
we've
some good
spotted.
frames. I want to get some freeze frames, and then we can kind of annotate and pull up certain
Yeah,
bits. I think that would be quite good to go through because there is a lot there. Like the I think obviously the reason why we look at that is because we're hungry for content. But I think for someone who is just awaiting the game, maybe isn't quite as they're just interested. It's a very good message for the people to hear and be given that hey, this is where we're at. These are the challenges we've faced. Here's where we're at now. Here's where we're
yeah,
going into the rest of December and then early spring. So we've got a timeline.
yeah,
It's a very vague one, but it's a timeline nonetheless. And we know that they are doing stuff. There's proof. We've seen it,
we've seen it.
and that's important. So
Yeah,
I'm as sad as I am to not play beta in December. I am still overly not overly optimistic because I don't want to sound like I'm just blind faith following, but
no,
like I am positive that I know where we are, so I know how to manage my expectations now.
exactly. Yeah, I
You know?
think yeah, definitely people have been given a bit more information so they can yeah, exactly manage expectations. So we all know where we stand at this point now.
Yeah,
Um, well, it's been good going over it with you, Mike.
yeah, it's
Uh,
been good, and
yeah,
like just a big
looking
shout
forward.
out to Artificial Core and
Yeah,
the guys because they were like
they're
I
working
don't
hard.
think
They're
anyone's
working
ever
hard.
turned around and gone, "Well done to get it this far."
Yeah,
Like they've worked hard
yeah,
and
yeah. It's a good point, that Mike. No one's, I don't know how many people have said just like, "Wow, this game looks amazing." We keep
like
talking about when is it coming, but yeah, what they've got there so far looks incredible, and we're
yeah,
willing to
thank you
wait.
for getting it here and
Yeah, thank you for getting
thank
it
you
here. Thank you
for
for
getting
letting
it.
us in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, let's end it there. But yeah, we'll see everyone next time. Like I said, if you are enjoying what you're seeing, join our Discord, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We're going to be here each and every week. Yeah. Until next time. See you later.